Hey, so I'm Alexis with Sew Sweet Monogramming and Sew Sweet Academy. Let's do a quick video to show you why most of your placement problems exist, okay? Here is your hoop. This one is 5x7. Here's your grid. You have to start off with the right tools, that being your grid, in my opinion. Also, you have to know how to place your top hoop inside of your bottom hoop. So first of all, I like to make sure this notch matches up with this notch. And as you can see, I'm stuck in the hoop. Hold on. As you can see, it goes on the machine this way so that the teeth or those knobs will click down like that onto the machine. So those two notches are very important to match up, okay? Next, you will take your stabilizer and sandwich it in between with those two notches still being at the top. Notch, notch. I take a L shape. Right now, my hoop it's fairly loose enough to where I just push down in. I don't have to unscrew anything. I prefer to do it that way, but if I were to hoop some fabric or something, I would have to loosen it a little more before I pushed it down in there, and boom, that part is hooped, okay? So now if you don't have to worry about a project that you're doing, if it doesn't have to be centered a certain way, then you're good. You're ready to go right now. You spray your stabilizer, pin it on, however you want to do it, you go straight to your machine. But if you need to know your exact middle placement, next you're going to grab this hoop right here. You're going to grab this grid right here and take notice that it's in legible alphabetical order, A, B, C. Okay, this is how you would read it, A, B, C. You don't flip it that way, any of that thing. If you put it down on here, this top little groove fits on that little knob right there, that little sticky out thing. You just push it all down and make sure everything goes in. It's just like a puzzle, okay? So it's on there. Now take it off. If you notice that it's in this way and it fits, and your alphabets are on that side, it's probably because this arrow is down here, which is in the wrong place. If that is the case, you take this top part off and you make sure your arrows match. And then your grid will fit on there the right way. Okay. Next, you take your pen. You can use a water-soluble pen just for the sake of being able to see this. I'm going to use a regular ink pen. And you mark all of your dots. I want you to notice something. This dot does not match up with that right there, with that knob, because that's not the center. Because the hoop is not going to tell you your center. Your grid's going to tell you your center. Okay? Then you take something like a ruler. It would be best if your ruler could fit down in your hoop, but if not, just kind of wing it. It would be nice if there we go. See that? Booyah, my line, okay? Also, the next line. There's your next line, okay? If you don't start all the way at the top there, then it's not gonna, but see that? Now you see, look at there. There's a lot of room going to that. So, because that's not your center. That is not going to lead to your center. This grid leads to your center. Okay? And then you go place it on the machine and we'll see how it lines up. So now we move to the machine. Slide your hoop on. Clamp it down. After you choose your design, you can make sure it is in the center. You can see right there that green cross mark is the same exact. Once your needle drops down back there, it is going to match up with that crosshair, and that's how you make sure your design is centered. Otherwise, you will be off by a couple of millimeters if you go by these other notches. Don't go by that. Use your grid. Make sure it's in alphabetical order. Have it on top of there, measure out your area, and you will have a perfect stitch out every time. Be sure to post in It's So Sweet to Learn so that I can see all of your projects that are centered and lined up perfectly. If you need help with any other embroidery tips, tricks, and techniques, be sure to join Sew Sweet Academy. We are a safe learning environment focusing on helping take the frustration out of learning how to embroider and also making money selling your projects that you've made. Thanks. Talk to you all later. Remember, it does not have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty.